Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this May the 30th, 2026. I'm hoping everybody had a great Saturday out there so far. But had a great Saturday evening. Hope everybody continue to stay safe and well, and also enjoy the weather, because the only weather you got. Okay, in tonight's video, we're going to be taking a look at the storm system moving across the country, and also taking a look at the tropical weather outlook as well, and all in the same frame here. Also take a look at your local forecast for Sunday and Monday. Also take a look at the current watch and warning advisory map, the Storm Prediction Center outlook for severe weather for day 2 and 3, which is Sunday and Monday. And also take a look at the rainfall totals over the next 7 days as well. So if you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Also like the video, share the videos, and let's continue to get the show on the road here, folks. And sorry for no video last night. I had something to take care of. That's why I didn't have no video last night. But tonight I'm back, so hopefully we'll get to post this one here. Alright, well let's go and get the show on the road there, folks. Alright, you can see we got a lot of activity over South America, a little bit in the portions of the tropical Atlantic just east of the Windward and Leeward Islands. A little bit of activity down across Central America, and also down towards the southern Caribbean. A little bit of activity across Yucatan Peninsula over toward Cuba. Got more activity from South America, Central America, back toward the Hawaiian Chain Island. Got a little activity here off the southeast coast that will continue to pull away. You can see a lot of scattered activity along the southeast coast, up here from Florida to the Carolinas, all the way back up toward areas of Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, and then more activity from Texas into Louisiana, Arkansas, up toward areas of Minnesota, also through the Dakotas. Got a upper level spin. You can see over here portions of Wyoming, and you can see it bringing precipitation to areas of Montana, Idaho, and regions as well. Another little activity coming into the western U.S. toward Washington, Oregon State, but you can see high pressure pretty much in charge of northern Mexico, southern New Mexico, stretching into Texas, and also Arizona regions as well. Alright, let's move on into your local forecast now. It should roll out something like this here across the board. This will be your Sunday outlook. Should roll out something like this here, and here we go. Alright, we got a little bit of heavy rain, flash flooding over southern Georgia, northern Florida region there as well. Mixed precipitation in portion of eastern Washington State, over to Idaho, Montana, Wyoming. Thunderstorms and showers from eastern Montana to Wyoming, through the Dakotas, Minnesota, Wisconsin to Missouri, Oklahoma, Texas to Louisiana, toward areas of Florida, Florida Keys to the Carolinas, toward Virginia, also back toward Illinois, a little bit also into New York State to Maine. Otherwise, big dry high pressure to everybody to charge your local forecast there for your Sunday. Alright, let's roll on into your Monday forecast, which will be June the 1st. Tomorrow will be the last day of May. Alright, let's roll on into June the 1st forecast, which is Monday. And you can see the weather features across the board. Severe, and you can see cold front, warm front, dry fronts, and low pressure systems as well across the forecast areas. And the weather and the maps loading up here. And here we go. Alright, we got mixed precipitation in Montana, Idaho, and portion of Wyoming. Severe weather possible from Colorado to Kansas. We got thunderstorms and showers from Washington State to Montana to North and South Dakota to Minnesota to Texas to New Mexico to Colorado to East Texas, along the Gulf to the Florida Keys, Atlantic coastal waters from Georgia to the Carolinas toward Virginia, and up towards the southern DC, southern Delaware area, back toward Illinois, and toward Missouri region as well. A little bit of activity from northeast Pennsylvania through New York State to Maine, also over toward Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Connecticut, and also the coastal waters. Otherwise, back to our high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Monday. Alright, let's move on into the award advisory map for your location across the nation. And it should roll out something like this here across the board. And like I said, make sure you subscribe if you have not already, and also like these videos also. Alright, we got freeze products and frost products up here in Maine, stretching in the portion of New Hampshire, living in the portion of Vermont, wind advisories in the portion of Massachusetts, eastern areas of Rhode Island. We got a few flood advisories over here in South Carolina, also in the portion of Tennessee, also into areas of Missouri with flood warnings there as well. Also got some flood warnings and flood advisories over the portion of Kentucky, Indiana, southern Mississippi, Louisiana, Arkansas. We got severe thunderstorm warning for Texas, severe thunderstorm watch for North Texas, Panhandle, Texas, also in Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, Colorado, Wyoming, also in South Dakota. Tornado watches there in the yellow, but the severe thunderstorm warning is also in the orange color shade. I don't see at this time, but we do have a couple flash flood warnings for portions of Nebraska and one area in Missouri. Some air quality alerts in Colorado, also some hydro issues and flood watches in effect for Montana, and more flood watches in effect for portions of Wyoming. One county there with a wind advisory in Idaho, and also some special weather statements up in Minnesota and northern Michigan. Alright, we got smoke crack advisory, gale warning from Maine all the way down to the Georgia coast, purple area storm warnings, southern area of California, Washington State smoke crack advisory, high surf warnings around the southern south side of the islands of the Hawaiian Chain Island, smoke crack advisory for the southern areas of Alaska. Alright, let's roll on into the severe storm prediction center severe weather outlook. This is for your Sunday. We have a marginal risk stretching from Bismarck, North Dakota to Springfield, Missouri to Fort Stockton, Midlands. We have a little bit of general thunderstorms over here in California, also through Montana to Idaho to Wyoming, through Minnesota to Louisiana to South Carolina and Florida Keys. Alright, tornado probability look like this. 2% over here in portion Kansas, and also over towards Springfield, Missouri. Oh yeah, and I forgot to add, we got a little bit of general thunderstorm from Watertown up to a portion of Maine as well. Alright, let's go back to the tornado probability. There it is, a portion of Kansas and Nebraska, Missouri. Damaging winds. There it is from Texas to North Dakota, over toward Missouri, Arkansas, large hail, pretty much same location. Alright, now let's roll on into day number 3. And it should roll out something like this here across the board. Alright, we got a slight risk over here in portions of Colorado to Colby to Garden City. Marginal risk from portions of Pablo to Del Monte, all the way east to Atlanta, Georgia. Little bit in upstate South Carolina, down toward portions of Mississippi and Alabama. But you can see general thunderstorm from Spokane, Washington to Fargo, North Dakota to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Also Burlington, New York, down to Albany, New York as well. Raleigh, North Carolina to Columbia, South Carolina to the Florida Keys, back to areas of Corpus Christi, Brownsville, Midland, and the little bit areas of Texas. Probability rolls out like this: 5 and 15%. The severe weather looks to be over portion of Colorado into Nebraska and portion of Oklahoma, but you can see 5% elsewhere from Minnesota to South Carolina, towards Georgia to Mississippi and Alabama. Alright, rainfall total over the next 7 days look like this. You can see heavy precipitation loading up in the Gulf, also the Atlantic coastal water from the north of the Bahamas toward Bermuda. A little bit in the eastern Carolinas, maybe up to 3/4 of an inch to an inch of rain there. You can see some heavy precipitation from Mexico to the Dakotas, Minnesota to Montana, also across South Canada, like the southwestern U.S., also toward Washington, Oregon State. Dry weather expected there, a little bit in portion of Virginia. Elsewhere across the board looks to be from nothing to maybe up to an inch of rain across much of the area. Could be a few locations up to maybe 3 to 4 inches of rain in the red areas and orange areas across the forecast areas, also in the coastal water regions as well. So I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe if you have not. Like the video, share the video. We'll catch you back in the next one. Have a wonderful Saturday evening, folks. Take care and also enjoy the weather, because it's the only weather you got.